Well, this one will be a little weird. Two things. Sometimes, I don't know, maybe my OBS crash or something, or I lose a little bit of recording. So not much. If you like the last recording, I did not have the furnace up there yet. In this one I already have, so I lose something. Not much. Right, it's just the same as I did in the other Let's Play with Venus. Just put the furnace outside with a couple of chutes and 2 logic so you can control it, turn on, off, and activate. That's it. So, and then I'm back on continuing the cooling, which I was building. So that's one thing. Second thing, which you might already realize, my mic was not working. I don't know why. So it's like 30 minutes of gameplay on this one. I prefer to have like me talking while I'm playing, because one, you can train how to do it, because it's really hard. First few times I did it, I could barely play and speak at the same time. And second, because I completely forgot what I was doing, what was happening, so it's hard to comment over. But anyway, let's do this single one just to see how it looks like, how it happens, and how it goes. And just to not lose the footage, I was thinking, okay, I can leave this one outside, but there will be like a big gap between this and the next one. So I can just leave the footage here to see how I went over everything. So here I was basically finishing the setup for the cooling. And I just need to connect the pipes and have some input, right? So I need the active vent here to have the AC side pressurized. And then I need to connect the waste pipes there. Here you have the waste from the filtration unit and the waste from the AC, which is already after the one-way valve. I have an extra valve because I thought I was gonna use it here, but then it was not needed. Yeah, I leave the active vent on. As far as I remember, the active vent is like very power efficient. It fills up and then it takes like what, 5 watts power, I don't remember, but it's very low. Anyway, and then I just come back to finish the cooling. A standard, just emptying the waste tank and get some oxygen, maybe. Yeah.
Air tank critical.
Concern now when the oxygen start to get below 300, right? Especially with this suit, since it's cool. Like the cooling system has to work way too fast because the suit's isolation like is terrible. Insulation, yeah. So 3,000 kPa, like it's barely nothing. You go outside and you already went over all of it. So here I'm gonna check if the pipes connection are correct. So I have outside Atmo on that one. This one is fine. Should have outside Atmo here also. And here I was complaining about the heat boxes because you can hover the pipe, have the cable and have the canister, and you can't see the pipe. Okay, there you go. Now the cooling is done. Only thing missing is the small heat exchanger, which needs fuel. Right, so now I'm going to start organizing my ores, so I go mining and then can do like a big steel smelting. I was debating if I should do two furnace with one degassing, but that takes more setup, more materials, more time, right? And I thought, okay, I just need a bunch of steel and some electron to get the traders up. You need electron from the communication board. So, oh, okay, let me do one furnace with, and then I just get a ton of steel, right? Just turn this on off so I save some power. And I was lighting, it's hard to click. And then I'm basically looking for iron, coal, some gold, then cobalt and silver. And I look at the sky because I thought, okay, it's nighttime again. It's going to be nighttime. I thought it was, at least. So it is somewhat like a long mining. So I'm gonna leave the timestamp to the description. Was mainly complaining about the wind vortex that keep crushing the suit. And then I said, okay, stop talking about the wind vortex, and then 3 seconds later I'm complaining about the wind vortex again. It's a pain. Anyway. So I was also not sure like how much cobalt and silver should I have, right? So if you go for a full smelting with two, like do all the alloys, with two furnace, like 2 stacks of cobalt and silver is enough, but finding 2 stacks of cobalt is not easy. And I don't have 2 furnace, right? So I was thinking, okay, I can get only 1 stack of each and see how it goes. Here you can see I'm mining only the top ores because I'm scared of going deep to the ground and then break the suit. So the vending machine, I was just checking if it requires another alloys, which it does. So we're gonna skip the vending machine. You don't actually need it. You can trade only with the, what you might call it. You can trade only with the your hand. As long as you have the item in your hand or have a space in your hand, you can trade. And yeah, I'm gonna just let the mining play out and just come back before I finish the mining. Okay, here I'm mining like the last cobalt I found, and now I'm starting to get worried about my auction. So I try to go fast. Before, I was like pretty sure you move faster with the jetpack, but I was like, what? Am I moving slower? So you're gonna see him doing some tests. I'm gonna go down and try to run because I was, hey, what? I should be getting there way faster, but it seems like I'm going slower. So here I dropped down just to check, but I was too high to test it. So go to the ground, like walk a little bit to a jump. Use a jetpack and definitely feel slower. So I'm gonna run out of stuff. Usually I hold the breath when I run out of oxygen, but it's just not enough time here. So I just open the base, depressurize everything, and get the oxygen. So we have this 2 doors here, so I can easily put this to a vacuum again. So that's not a big deal. Yeah, it hit up a little bit, but that's barely anything. Checking the vents button, make sure I'm gonna use the right one. Stand there, empty the canister, and then I leave that open for no reason. Open it. Oh, why did I open this? I have to redo it again.
Power critical.
And I remember that this was off, right? So I come to turn on, and then as I get out, get a storm. Good timing, because if I was mining, I would be probably dead. And that will help with the power, so I won't complain. Okay, then I can just leave it on because, well, storms, and then we'll fill up the battery. So my main struggle now is, I run low in the auction, right? Start to get way too little in the canister every time you refuel. So the main thing I was thinking, so I need a cooling system, right? And the cooling system like requires a lot of power, and I don't have a battery. So I was thinking, so I need a furnace, then get traders, right? And then I get my cooling done, because you just need like 1 steel or 2 steel for the heat exchanger. And I can also get a battery. I was not sure like if I should get a battery or not, because how expensive it is. But that was the tough process. Not much to say really. Just waiting for the furnace, and then I'm looking at my setup and explaining what it is, right? So it's a standard cooling system that I did on the last one. So the waste is connected to the waste of the filtration. The input pressurized with the active vent. Then I'm gonna move this from here to there, because I need to pass the cables, and then that would block the passage of the cables. So I'm just repositioning it. And then I can connect the cables. It's gonna need the cables for the pumps on the furnace. So I start going over I was trying to figure out where I'm gonna place the furnace, right? So I'm pointing there. So I'm gonna try to reuse the same pipes that I have. So the furnace require 1 input from the outside. And it's best if you use where you have the active vent, because if you just put where you have a passive vent, it's way too slow in input gassing, right? So I rather have the active vent for the AC, right? So I was thinking, okay, I can just use that one, and I use the waste as a output for the furnace. And then I need to print the pumps, I need to print the pipes. I don't have enough resources, so I'm trying to
Hydration critical.
like stop and start the furnace so I get at least enough to start printing. Yeah. I need more pumps than this. Here I was again complaining, the pump's always facing the cable of the pump is always facing a weird direction. It's so annoying that you can't flip the pump positioning. And I was worried that I had to remove everything just to be able to get like a good position for the cables. but was not the case. So here I'm trying to figure out where am I gonna place the furnace, right? So it's really hard to, at least for me, it's really hard to see the connections. So I always, look up. Every time you see me looking up like this, is because I'm trying to see the connections and see if it's facing the right way. So I was trying to get as close as possible without blocking the AC unit and also have space, right? So here's a bad call. I try there. I was checking if I can click it, so I can't. It's blocking the heat box. I could from this side, but you don't have space for the pipes. So I was testing exactly that. So can I place the pipes here? And looking for, just to check if it's a vacuum. It is. So yeah, I can't place the pipes, right? Well, okay, need to move it. Don't know why I did this, but so I'm gonna place the pipes first,
Power critical.
and then I have my connection. I can overlay the furnace over the two connections of the pipes, and then I make sure it's connected, right? So then I think, okay, this will be my waste, right? So I need a space for a pump, and then I can have my waste right there. Then I was checking the cable of the pump, and of course the cable is a terrible position. Yeah, see, I move up to be able to see the connections, and then, okay, that's not it. And now for, yeah, of course the cable is facing up, right? Yeah, so I'm gonna print more pipes to finish the setup, but that was basically the tough process. I'm letting myself take some damage here because I basically run out of resources already. If not on this one, the next one I'm probably gonna take in damage from water and food. I was trying to play like a normal let's play, like in the other one where I went over like Venus Made Easy, because it is, you can play like quite casual in the normal one, but in this one you can't. You just don't have enough, so you have to start sacrificing a lot of stuff. So even the changing the suit pressure, something that I was not willing to do, but you have to. If you don't, it's like you run out of oxygen every 2 minutes. It's insane. At some point I checked the waste pipe that I have there, and it's like 90% oxygen. So almost everything in there is oxygen. It's really crucial to not waste that.
Power low.
Just thinking about how they want to pass the cables, and I'm still missing pipes, so I'm gonna let the pipe print, and I should go for cables also, if I remember correctly. I was checking to see if the battery was charging. That was not charging, so I was thinking, okay, storm is end. Yeah, come to check. And you don't see the weird particles at the corner, so yeah, the storm's end. But my worry was that I blow up a cable. I was not sure if I blow a cable or because I only have like 2 wind turbines, if I remember correctly, so those output like barely any power. And I was debating, okay, did I blow up? No, probably not, right? Yeah. And then I come back to finish the setup. So here I'm using the pressurized side from the pipe. That side is pressurized by the active vent. And here I'm just connecting the waste with the waste of the other machines. So that is it. That's the connections done for the furnace. Now I make sure I actually connect both pipes. So I'm moving it back and forth to make sure it's proper placed. And then I checking the positioning. 1, 2, and then I place it. Turn the active vent on because I'm gonna start welding. Well, that was the plan. What did I do here? Oh yeah, I get the resources because I didn't have the resource to start doing. So I turn off to save power. There's like 4, 5. I was going to stop, but that was 1 iron left, so I let it print. Now I should turn on the active vent, well, then turn it off when it's back in again. Done. So now the only thing left is actually organize all the ores and actually do the smelting. I was thinking here about my waste because I put that connection there, but I don't have an extra canister, and I could move the pipes, walk them all the way over here, right? That should be much better than printing another canister.
Power low.
And I was just trying to figure out which way I should go. Yeah, the ores, and I'm pretty sure I have to do like 1 more mining to get all the resources. Here just closing so the ores don't fly away over the base. Adding some barricade there. That's it. Turning everything off. Make sure I'm not wasting power. Those logic do adds up. Each one takes 10, so you have like 5, 7 of them. It's already 70 watts going to drain. So yeah, I'm just getting ready and I'm thinking, how am I gonna do the battery? I remove the cable there, think okay, I can put this down here, but then I say, oh, I can't because of the direction of the power there. Then okay, let's mine first and then we figure the battery once we have it. Yeah, mainly counting how much resources I have for steel. Not enough for 2 bets. Need way more iron and some more coal. And I'm still lacking cobalt and silver and more gold because I need electrum. And I point out the spot where I'm gonna place the heat exchanger. And also I'm missing the connections on the pump. I can't quite click. Okay, here I can click, yes. I'm checking if I have, like, if I'm able to use the machines. Because sometimes you can't reach it because of the heat box. Which will kind of happen with the AC, like turning on and off the AC is annoying because of the positioning of the pipe. Here I was hoping to have power just to see if it was working, but then I realized that there was no cable connection there. And of course I'm missing cables. The part where you were almost done, and then you need cables and you don't have resource, so I need this, and then you're missing like 3 iron. That's more or less where I was. Okay, so now I can test this one because it will put air inside and I don't want to do that, but I can test this one. Testing before doing the mine is melting, just make sure it's actually working. Then I went over the water situation because I don't have any water anymore. It's a vacuum. I was trying to decide what to do here. Then remember about the solar panel. After storm they take damage. And I was, oh crap, I hope they're still there. Because on the hard planet mod, the storm take way too long, so it destroyed the panels. In the normal planets, the storm usually leave the panel working, so you can go and patch that. Then I was looking at the generator. Okay, I should have a just checking if it was on. So on the generator I should have like a chute, so I can add power from inside. And I think I went over the chute first before doing this melting. It's again, once you turn on the filtration and the AC,
Hydration critical.
powers run very fast. At some point I considered, okay, I get all the alloys so I can get tier 2 printed and then big wind turbines, but I don't have enough resources. Yeah, just checking the water situation, 11% water, that's all the water I have.